Underneath the glowing skyline of Chicago, a seismic shift is brewing that has every Bears fan sitting at the edge of their seats. According to a stunning revelation from head coach Ben Johnson, all eyes will turn to the Soldier Field turf this Sunday as he confirmed that Caleb Williams and every starter will step into the spotlight against the Buffalo Bills. Yes, what once felt like a cautious preseason now teeters on the edge of something monumental, a chance for this franchise to unveil its future. Williams, the hotshot quarterback with an electrifying skill set, is not just any player. He's a linchpin for the Bears' aspirations, and as he gears up after his rocky rookie season, the hopes of a city rest squarely on his young shoulders. Last season, Williams threw for 3,541 yards, but it was his 20 touchdown passes and nearly 500 rushing yards that screamed potential, igniting dreams of glory reminiscent of the days when legends walked the field. But that's not the part that will split Bears Nation. It's how he performs against a Bills team ready to pounce. Will they witness a glimpse of a generational talent poised to dominate, or will they see a young quarterback still finding his rhythm? With the joint practices against the Dolphins in the rearview mirror, Johnson felt comfortable sitting his starters last week. But now, Bears fans are clamoring for a display of dominance. Emotions are razor sharp, and as the clock ticks down, to kick off, there's an electric anticipation in the air, the spirit of '85 fanning the flames of nostalgia. Could this game be the moment where Williams showcases his poise under pressure, commanding the pocket as the echoes of past glories resonate through the stands? Imagine a play where he steps back, fingers trembling with the weight of history, as he fires a deep ball that shimmers through the thick, crisp Chicago air, connecting with a receiver who turns a routine look into a highlight reel pure magic. But even better? There's no guarantee that this will all come together. After all, along with talent comes the question of readiness. What happens next could change the NFC North forever. Will Williams rise to meet the moment with the swagger and skill befitting a franchise quarterback? And don't forget, every snap he takes is under the watchful eye of fans who remember the heartbreak and hope through decades. Will the legacy of the monsters of the Midway surge through him as he crafts his own story? While Johnson has finally given fans something to cheer about, his cryptic response to how long Williams will play leaves us hanging, questioning whether we'll get a full showcase of what's to come, or just a taste that leaves us craving more. So as the anticipation mounts, will this be the coming out party for Caleb Williams, or will it serve as another reminder of the struggle? This is where it gets dangerous because the stakes have never been higher. The potential for greatness rests on this young man's performance. Bears Nation, embrace the thrill and tension of this moment. Can Caleb Williams solidify his place in history, or will doubts resurface, echoing through the annals of Chicago football? Would you risk another heartbreak if it meant watching this team chase glory one more time? The challenge is yours. Join the faith or brace for more heartache. Let's rally. Bears Nation, are you ready to stand and bear witness to a pivotal moment in our franchise's legacy? This Sunday, under the iconic Soldier Field lights, a generational showdown is brewing that could set the tone for a new chapter in Chicago football history. Just last week, whispers echoed through Hollis Hall about the strategic maneuvers Johnson is considering tweaks to the offense that could unleash Williams in ways we haven't seen since '85, from innovative route concepts to a reimagined running game. They're fine-tuning every detail to make sure the offense clicks. You can almost feel the electricity. This is not just a game. It's an awakening. But here's where the season could crack wide open. If Williams can connect with his weapons early and often, it could signal a return to the glory days. And mark my words, the moment he finds Darnell Mooney deep down the sideline for a 70-yard dime could send a shockwave through the league, igniting hopes and reclaiming our identity. Imagine that split second when the crowd goes silent, the wind cuts through the air, and all eyes are on that ball spiraling towards history. Yet, what if he falters? The locker room storm brewing as critics question whether this second year Star has truly turned the corner, or if last season's inconsistency creeps back in, leading to a potential spiral. With potential rivalry sparking between Williams and the young upstart quarterbacks in the division, the stakes are amplified. But here's where it gets tense. If chaos erupts on the field, what then? The pressure mounts, and can Johnson's leadership stay intact if every snap leads to uncertainty? 10 years ago, we had Jay Cutler. Now we have the potential for a game changer, but only if Williams can earn the trust of the men beside him. Every fumble or misfire echoes the frustrated cheers of Bears fans longing for a champion. Imagine the thousands of Chicagoans crammed into the stands. Can you hear their roars mingling with the chilling lakefront wind, urging Caleb to rise above? The noise? Each game, every possession will be scrutinized as Williams navigates the weight of history and the hopes of an anxious city. Haunted by echoes of Walter Payton and the defensive prowess of our monsters of the Midway. But the question remains, how long before the front office begins to contemplate drastic changes if Williams isn't the answer? Imagine the tension building, not just inside Halas Hall, but across every sports bar in Chicago, every living room where fans have clung to decades of highs and heartbreaking lows. Picture this, rumors swirling through the media like a winter wind off Lake Michigan, relentless and biting, trade scenarios for seasoned veterans spreading like wildfire as the Bears look to surround their ambitious young quarterback with every weapon possible. And yet, the shadows of the past loom large, haunting whispers of seasons that promise greatness but collapse under the weight of expectation. Could we be staring down another '06 moment, when hope fizzled out just short of glory, leaving a bitter taste that lingered for years? Could this be the kind of season that defines not just a quarterback's future, but the very identity of the franchise? As the clock ticks down to kickoff, everything feels razor sharp, balanced between triumph and heartbreak. A single 4th-and-1 stand could ignite a city's dream or crush it in an instant. Every snap, every decision, every heartbeat. Under center is magnified. The difference between cementing a legacy and watching it crumble into dust. If Williams falters in those defining moments, if the lights get too bright or the defense across the line smells blood, will we see a mid-season reckoning? A cold and calculated move by the front office to pivot the entire direction of this team? Or will Williams rise above the noise, silencing the critics with plays so electric they echo in Bears history for decades? Would you risk it all for glory, knowing the gamble could leave you standing in the wreckage of failed potential, staring into the abyss of what might have been? This isn't just about winning games. It's about seizing moments, about rewriting the narrative that has so often painted this franchise as a step away from greatness. It could all hinge on one breathtaking drive, one perfectly placed throw, one defensive stand that shifts momentum like a tidal wave. The kind of moment that makes or breaks not just a season, but a legend. So I ask you, Bears fans, can you truly handle that pressure in your chest, that pounding in your ears as the game hangs by a thread? Would you dare to embrace the gamble, knowing the cost? If it meant witnessing the birth of a true franchise quarterback who could carry Chicago back to football's summit, the time for hesitation is gone. The only question left is how you'll answer when the moment arrives.